President Donald Trump met with the Ukrainian President Zelenskyy at the White House yesterday, and this time Zelenskyy wore a suit. Trump's first impression was good.
First of all, Mr. President Zelenskyy, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? That's the one that attacked you last time. See, that was it.
Then came the talks. Many were expecting a deja vu moment from last time's Oval Office spat, especially after Trump's statement ahead of the meeting. Let me quote from what he said. On Truth Social, he wrote, President Zelenskyy of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Remember how it started. No getting back Obama given Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine. Some things never changed. This is what he said. So basically, he is saying that Ukraine should forget about Crimea and also about the membership into NATO. Now, before we get into the key highlights of this meeting, we need to understand the top two things that need to be addressed if there is a peace deal. The status of Russian-occupied territories, as Russia controls 20% of Ukraine as of now, and the NATO membership demand and demand for security guarantees by Ukraine. First, let's talk about the territories. This was not a majorly discussed conversation in the meeting on August 18. In Alaska, though, Putin made the stance clear. On the heart of the negotiation will be the Donbas region, Donetsk and Luhansk. These two places collectively are Donbas, which was an industrial powerhouse in the Soviet era. It is also a mineral-rich region, has rich farmland, important rivers, and a coastline on the Sea of Azov. The region has seen many fights. This is the place where Putin in 2014 began to destabilize Ukraine after the annexation of Crimea. It is the most Russian part of Ukraine with significant minority of Russian speakers. Putin wants to keep these two areas. The Donbas region he wants to keep. Currently, Russia occupies almost all of Luhansk and almost 3/4 of Donetsk. Russia wants to recapture the remaining part too. Next is Crimea. Putin annexed the region in 2014, and now he wants the world to recognize it as a part of Moscow. In return, Russia would freeze the front lines in the southern regions of Kherson and Zaporizhia. But ceasefire is still not on the line. Putin says that till a deal is not finalized, ceasefire will not happen. And during the meeting yesterday, Trump too seemed to have dismissed the need for ceasefire before negotiations to end the war can take place, even as the European leaders appeared to push back.
I like the concept. I like the concept of a ceasefire for one reason, because you'd stop killing people immediately, as opposed to in 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever it takes. But we can work a deal where we're working on a peace deal while they're fighting. They have to fight. I wish they could stop. I'd like them to stop. But strategically, that could be a disadvantage for one side or the other. But all of these deals I made without even the mention of the words ceasefire.
German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said that he cannot imagine the next meeting taking place without a ceasefire. So what is Ukraine's stand on this? In the past, Ukraine has remained firm that it will not give up territories and that the discussion should be done by the leaders of the two countries. Now, the next part is NATO and security guarantees. Trump has dismissed any possibility of Ukraine being a member of NATO, but he said that US will help guarantee Ukraine's security in a deal to end the war. He did not specify the extent of assistance though.
We have people waiting in another room right now. They're all here from Europe, biggest people in Europe, and they want to give protection. They feel very strongly about it, and we'll help them out with that. I think it's very important. I think it's very important to get the deal done.
In Alaska, Putin had accepted that there would be security guarantees for Ukraine as a part of any peace deal. And later, after Trump-Zelensky meet, the president of Ukraine also said that part of security guarantee would involve $90 billion arms deal between US and Ukraine, including aviation systems, anti-missile systems, and more. He said that the security guarantees would be probably worked out within 10 days. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff also said in an interview that while NATO membership is not on the cards, US and Europe will provide Article 5-like security guarantees to Ukraine. It's not from NATO but from US and some of Europe independently. So that's one thing that was discussed. And the main motive of this meeting was to be able to arrange talks between Putin and Zelensky face to face. Trump said that the meeting would be trilateral: Trump, Putin, and Zelensky.
We're going to try and get a three-party meeting, maybe as soon as we can. And I have a feeling you and President Putin are going to work something out. Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine working also together in agreement with President Putin. And I just think that's very good things are going to come of it. So I hope we have a good meeting. And if we can have a good meeting, I'll set up a meeting with President Putin. And if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And not that I want to do that, but I will do that because we want to save a lot of people from dying. A lot of people are dying and we got to save them.
As per reports, Trump also spoke to Putin for 40 minutes on 18th of August. That is on the day he spoke to Zelensky. This will be a big thing if it happens, because this will be the first time that the two countries will be negotiating face to face since Russia's full-scale invasion began in February 2022. But one thing is clear, a peace deal is not easy to achieve yet, as Putin wants all of it and Ukraine will not give up its territories. What's next? Well, all eyes are on the possible trilateral meeting, and as of now, key points from Trump-Zelensky meet were: number 1, US will offer security guarantees to Ukraine. Number 2, there will be no ceasefire before negotiations of peace deal take place. Number 3, a meeting is on the cards between Trump, Putin, and Zelensky. For more such news and views, keep watching ET Now.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.